Nothing is working. Currently, I don't want to waste my time. Is my voice is clear? At least
Yes, yes.
voice is there now. So only keyboard problem, not keyboard volume. It is while I am typing. I stroke very fast now. So okay, we'll see again IP address part. Okay, so see here it is again. IPv4 is a 32-bit and totally 4.3 billion IP addresses we are getting. So IP address starting is from 0.0.0 to 255.255.255, totally 4.3 billion IP addresses. Okay, so total 32-bit is divided into four parts. Each part we call it as a octet. So first octet, second octet, third octet, fourth octet. Octet means 8 bits. Totally 4 octets means 32-bit. So if you write totally IP addresses as in a decimal with the dots, so 0.0.0 to 255.255.255, it is follow the sequence like this. To manage this logical network part mainly, and based on the size, you have to choose a particular class of IP addresses or a particular network of IP addresses. You are dividing these IP addresses into five classes. Okay, so how to recognize your class? The class based on, okay, so your class based on first octet. Class is based on your first octet. So in an IP address, so you have to see the first octet, the range of first octet number, so we can understand which class it is. Which class it is. There are a lot of theories like why this is the binary number and all like this. So we'll see so few things from here. So I said five classes. So what are those classes? Class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. Totally five classes. The class A, so one octet, first octet, it means 8 bits, right? So starting one is um, all zeros, and the range, so means what is the end of that one is the first bit, the most significant bit is stable. Okay, it is a zero, and remaining is all become ones, all become ones. Okay, that is the range. It means seven ones are there. What is the value of this one? 0 to 127. If you check in some textbooks, if you go through some textbook and all, people tell it is a 1 to 126 range. There is a reason behind by telling 1 to 126. Okay, that is also right answer, but exact size is 0 to 127 only. Exact size is 0 to 127 only. So what is the reason why certain textbooks or a certain websites, if you go through it, it is showing like a 1 to 126 is there? Because of this IP address range, we don't use. This is a reserved. Okay, so reserved or unused IP address. It is used in a particular protocols or a certain communication time only. That IP address by default used by services, reserved for a certain services purpose only, not for communication purpose. As well as as IP address starting with a zero, also we don't use it. Okay, so we don't use for a host communications. Next, 127.0.0.1. This is also reserved IP address. It is also reserved. It is reserved for a local host IP address or loopback IP address. Loopback means self-testing purpose only. Every computer, every computer is assigned with a IP address is 127.0.0.1. Means I have a laptop now. This laptop have a IP address is there, network IP address is there, and as well as itself it is it's like meaning is its self. Okay? Itself, not its or itself, or you can say anything. Meaning is itself only. Every computer means I have a laptop now. In my network I have a computer is also there. So if I check this IP address, this contains some IP address, but also it has a IP address is 127.0.0.1. Okay, for example, if I'm going to ping, I'm pinging 127.0.0.1. I'm pinging to myself only. I'm not pinging to anyone. I'm pinging to my computer only. Okay. So if I go to my computer, my I have another desktop. So if I ping to 127.0.0.1, I'm pinging to that computer only. Okay. So I cannot communicate with this IP address to anyone. This is for self purpose, self IP address. For example, you are not connected to any network, but still you have a IP address is for yourself. It is 127.0.0.1. What is this local host? Local host means every computer has a certain name. So my CMD is open. So one second. Mm, my computer name is Sairam is my laptop name. Okay, so it's a host name. So my computer name, my desktop name, like that. It is every computer has their own name is there, but common name. So common name is local host. So when I communicated to my computer with a name, with a name is localhost. I can communicate it to my computer is with a localhost. If I want to communicate to other computers with a name, so I have to put exact what the computer name it is. Okay, like that, like a ping to IP address, like a PC1, PC2, PC3, or a computer name. But commonly they have a name called a localhost. Okay, so this is the one of very important thing. Okay, loopback or a local host IP address is 127.0.0.1. Okay, and also, so this is also reserved and not unused or not used one. We don't use this IP address. Okay, so we don't use this IP addresses for assigning to a computer or a desktop or any device. We don't use for that one because it's a self purpose only. Next, next range is, so after this one, after this, the number means in a binary it is like this. Okay, here we reserve first two bits are same as a constant, like a 10 is a we don't change that one. So in a class B, the first two bits are a constant, remaining is change. Remaining is change. So here it is a 128 and 191. Okay. So this is the range. Next. Um, so what is the next number of it? Is 11000000. Here, first three bits are constant. First three bits are constant. 110. So remaining are become ones. It is a range only. So it can be like 1100 0000 1100 0001 0002, sorry, 0001, so 0010 0011, like that. Okay, till the range completed at here. Okay, so first three won't change here. So here it is 192, 223, 223, the decimal value of it. What is the next number is 1110. I'm not writing a magical numbers anything. Okay, it is I'm following a numbering sequence only. Okay, like a 99, 100. Okay, 199, 200. Okay, so same thing I'm following like that only. Next number only I'm writing. I'm not writing any magical number or calculated values. Here, the first four values are constant, and next values will be changes. The 224, 223, after number is 224. Next one is 239. Class E is 111. So this is the next number. So then it is complete number. So no need to do anything. Just finish the last one. So 240 to 255. So class D is a reserved one again. Reserved, special purposes, R&D. Yeah. Tell. Yeah, my zone credit card. Yeah, no issues. Sorry, I will get the calls like that now. Okay, so here it is. This is a R&D, means we don't use this range. We don't use this range. Next, class D is a multicast IP address. Okay, so multicast address, multicast IP address range. So instead of address, is I said IP address. What is this? Okay, so what is this multicast IP address? It means if a device want to communicate a group of computers with a certain protocol, so they communicate within that one only, just like your WhatsApp group. You want to send a message only within that group only. You are communicating within the group, not with everyone in the your contact list. Okay, so what it is? So we follow class D IP address. Class D IP address also we don't use for a general communication, only for a particular communications or a particular services purposes. So here it is again. So total class D range. So what is the class D range? It is 224 to 239. used by certain services and protocols. Both are not different, so just I'm telling. Just for an example, WDS. What is WDS? Windows Deployment Service. It's a Microsoft service. I can install a operating system into multiple computers through network. I can install uh, operating system to multiple computers through network. So in this one, I use DHCP service, normal IP address services, as well as multicasting because five computers are installing. So I have to maintain that booting part. So then I use WDS with the BootB protocol. Okay, the protocol is like a BootB protocols. Okay, so to make these installations. So to make it, these computers are installing currently. Like that, so I will maintain with this protocol. And routing protocols, certain routing protocols are there, like a RIP version 2, EIGRP. Okay, these are routing protocols. So they distribute the information within those protocol routing protocols only. Okay, so that is like that. Certain used by certain services and protocols use these services. We don't use for a general communication. Okay, so this is the ranges: class A, class B, class D, class E ranges. Okay, guys, understand ranges first of all. Anyone, please confirm. Guys, if you are understand, please tell understood, or if you are not understand, if you want a repetition, I will repeat. If you don't understand, not at all understand, so from where we have to start it. This is the class ranges. How to identify, we'll do that one next. Anyway, if you don't understand what is WDS, put P, RIP, HRP, it is okay. Just for an example, I'm telling. Not everything you should know it. It is. Understand five classes: class A, class B, class D, class E range. No one is replying anything. Total 42 members are there only. Hello? Is people are already leave left or what? Sleeping, dying situations. Hmm. You are there? Very good. Okay. Before we go to the what is unicast, multicast? Okay, thank you. Before we go to unicast, multicast, broadcast, what is that castic kind of stuff? So first of all, we should know how to identify which class of this IP addresses. Identification of an IP address, which class it is. Later, I will tell the ranges: network range, host range, subnet mask, that kind of stuff. First, we should identify an IP address, which class it is, right? Remember always, our octet range is 0 to 120, 0 to 255. It means I forget to type that thing in here. So octet is means 8 bits, right? So 8 bit means what is the meaning of 8 bit? Octet means 8 bit. 8 bit means 000 0000 to 111 111. So this is the range. Okay, the equivalent is 0 to 255. It means each octet is from 0 to 255 only. Each octet is 0 to 255 only. Okay. So if you have a number more than 255 in any octet, if you see more than 255, that is an invalid IP address. Invalid IP address. Usually, I will tell one story for that one also. Okay. I watch one. Usually, I like to watch usually crime stories, crime serials or web series. Not Indian one usually, so very less, very less. Only I watch Family Man only, so not much. Okay, that too one first season, not even a second season. Second season I forget, so I didn't continue that one. So recently, but I watch one series that's Criminal Mind. So very good. Like lot of things are there. Like they are trying to be accurate. Something is like we feel it is really people are having very good knowledge on it. But what happened one day it is like in a one part one episode. So there is a crime occurred in one house. So the guy in that house they're telling an IP address like this: 400 dot 300 dot 20 dot 130. I got a doubt then how they got this one. So this is invalid IP address because IPv4 in any octet it is not more than 255. It is not a more than 255. It is a invalid IP address. So why it is invalid? Because in a first octet and second octet, in a both octets also higher than this one. Even one octet should not be even not even a one octet also should not be more than 255. That is the first standard rule. Any octet should not be more than 255. Okay. Each octet must be 0 to 255. This is the first rule of your IP address. Next, I'm going to ask you a question. So find out like this: 100 dot 230 dot 35 dot 200. Is it a valid IP or not? Is a IP address can be
Yes,
exist
yes. It's a valid ID.
valid IP because each octet is less than 255 first. Next, which class it is? Which class?
Class A,
Class A. Oh, class A range is 0 to 127.
127.
Okay, so the first octet is 100. 100 is in between this class. Okay, so this is the class A IP address. Very good. 130 dot 191 dot, sorry, 192. I think you can take it. 100 dot 240. This is valid IP. Next, which class it is? Which class?
B.
Class B IP address. Very good. How it is a class B? You have to look at always first octet only, not other octets. Only first octet you have to look at. The class B range is 128 to 191. So the first octet is 130. So 130 is in between 128 to 191. Very good. Okay. Next one is um, 200 dot 1 dot 0 dot 1. Okay. Which class it is? Very good. Class C. Very good. Very good. 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 So class C range is 191 to 23. So 200 is in between 192 to 23. The IP address is class C IP address. Very good. Guys, others also try to give, even if you cannot able to speak. Also you can give text answers. I can read. Okay, so class D is also there, no? So class D is usually we don't worry about class D kind of stuff. 230, so 230, 127, 191. Okay, 223. So which class it is? It is a class D. Very good. Because the class D range is 224 and 239. And I given a, yeah, very good. Okay, I given a first octet is 230. 230 is in between 224, 239. Okay, class C we don't use it, but you can try what is a class C in between 240 to 255. If you take anything, it is so class 50. Otherwise, you can take 250 dot 240 dot 10 dot 23. It is class E because of 240 to 255 range. The first octet is 250. It is in between 240 to 255. It is a class C. So whenever you see an IP address, to identify which class it is, first you have to look at first octet only. So if you look at the first octet, then you will know what class it is, and you have to see the all octets. So no octet should be more than 255. So that is a for valid or invalid IP address we will know, and first octet represent which class of IP address. Yeah, I told there is a multicast broadcast kind of stuff is there. Okay, so we'll see that what is unicast. Okay, multicast, broadcast. Very simple to understand unicast. Unicast is like one-to-one communication. Yeah, what happening? One-to-one communication. Unicast is a one-to-one communication. Is a one-to-one communication means, for example, I am uh, I want to ask a question to a particular one. For example, Niveta is there. Okay, so Niveta, I'm asking question. Niveta, where are you from? So I'm asking only one person only. So that is one to one communication, one person to one person communication. So that is unicast. Multicast. Multicast means within a group. So we are in a group, right? So whatever I'm talking, who is listening, only within our group only. So now 41 people are there. So only 41 people are coming. Like ask a question, like tell me what is a multicast. To whom I am asking? To you only. You means all you. So within this group only we are communicating. Okay. It is like a one to many are within a group. So based on a protocol within a group means based on within that protocol range or within the group range only we are communicating. Broadcast. Broadcast means one to all. Okay. So for example, I put my link to everyone. For example, I will tell you I'm broadcasting a message here. For example, this is a broadcast type. So who are coming to this part, so they can view the video, right? Like this. It's a one to all communication. So there is no specific target. I send a message to everyone. So those who are able to connect it, who are connected, they can able to take it. So this is broadcast. In our IP addresses we have a one broadcast ID also there. So that's we will see here. It is in a total IPv4. So I don't know my destination IP address. I don't know my destination IP address. Then I will broadcast my message to everyone. I don't know what is my destination IP address. In those conditions, so I will broadcast message to everyone using this IP address. This is a total broadcast ID. It is a overall broadcast ID. I broadcast with this IP address. Every network has a broadcast ID, but this is having a particular broadcast ID. Like I don't know what is my destination. I don't know any network at all. So I will broadcast with this one. So this is a universal broadcast in a IPv4 type. One more cast is there that is called Anycast. Anycast is specifically used in IP. Oh, what happening? IPv6 use Anycast IP address. Okay, so Anycast is usually used in IPv6 only. Okay, and Anycast means only IPv6 enabled PCs. Okay, for example, if you take like this is I am sending. There is a lot of things are happening here. Forget about IP address and all kind of stuff. For example, PC1 in IPv4, PC1 sending a message to hub, and hub is broadcasting, right? So here it is. So I am broadcasting to everyone, to all connected device. I broadcast to all connected devices. I don't know which network you are belongs to it. I don't know which services you are using. I don't know anything. Just I broadcast a message with a 255.255.255. Okay, so that is sent to everyone. But any cache is like this. For example, these are IPv4 addresses, of course. For example, this is IPv6 address I'm using. Some IPv6 we don't know what IP is. Okay, this is here I'm using IPv6. Here I'm using IPv6. Here I'm using IPv6. Here I'm using IPv6. So I will broadcast a message to only those who are having a IPv6 enabled. Those who are having IPv6 enabled. So others won't get my message. Even though they are connected in the same network, they won't get the message. So I'm broadcasting a message to everyone, but only IPv6 enabled people only will get it. That is called a Anycast. So in IPv6 don't have a broadcast, they have a Anycast. Okay, like this. Something it is very bigger. Okay. So IPv6 in a Anycast is there. IPv6 don't have a broadcast. Okay, that's it. So we identify which IP address it is. Again, I'm typing. Guys, anybody will help me to not write down only classes. So what is a class A range? Full range 0 to 127. Okay. Next, people who are speaking, just speak. 128 to 191. 192 to 223.
223.
Very good. Okay. So only I'm writing for only three classes only, because I need three classes only. These three classes are unicast IP addresses. Class A, Class B, Class C are unicast IP addresses. All we communicate one-to-one communication only. Multicast IP addresses only used at multicasting purpose only. So that is we don't assign that IP addresses. Of course, 0 and 127 also we don't assign, and one more range is also there. That is also we'll see. But these are a unicast IP. One-to-one communication we use Class A, Class B, Class C. Okay, so already I told. So why we are dividing this into the classes for different purposes. Example class is a multicasting purpose. Another one is network and host we can able to divide. So logical addressing is because of size of the network we can choose a IP address, and your network portion, host portion, the overall benefit we are doing. So we'll see that one. So your class A IP address, the first octet represent network, second, third, and fourth represent host portion. Okay, the first octet represent network portion, remaining three are a host portions. In a class B, first two are represent network portion, next two octets represent host portion. Class C, first three are a network portions, last portion is host portion. Okay, so here it is. Host portion can be changeable. So the standard rule is already I told. It means if you want to communicate between two devices, if you want to communicate between a devices, they should be in a same logical network. Communicate communicate in a network. Okay. You want to communicate in a network, so network portion must be same. So this is the important. Network portion must be same. Host portion is different. Okay. Host portion different. Okay. So the first point is network portion must be same. Host portion is different. Compulsory different. Otherwise, both are same IP address. Conflict will occur anyway. Okay. So that is the point. Network portion must be same. Host portion is different. Must be different. Compulsory. Okay. So first one compulsory satisfied. Then second one and it is type of and only. Okay. It is not just something. It is the end statement is there. It means both should be satisfied. First rule is the first one. Second rule is second one. Both must be satisfied. If you want to communicate, network portion must be same and host portion must be different. So I will go with an example. So then we'll verify you are you in a both are in a same network or different network. Okay, 120, 120. Okay, 102 came. So 3.4.5, 102.30.12.50. These both PCs are communicate. For example, this is my PC1 IP address, and this is my PC2 IP address. Is my PC1 and PC2 can communicate each other or not? Both can communicate each other or not? Very simple question, right? Tell me, is they are going to communicate? Yes, they can able to communicate. Yes, they can communicate. Okay, so they can communicate each other. How? We written an answer, then we have to tell a reason also there, right? So check the network portion. Check the network portion. This is the network portion is 102 and PC2. What is the network portion 102? First of all, which class it is? Okay. So we are giving an answer. It's a network portion is same. First of all, it is 102. What are the IP address next? You don't mind. We'll see that one second. It is a class A. Very good. Okay, it is a class A IP address. And class A, first portion is network, remaining are host portions. First portion is network, remaining is host portion. Then check it. PC1, PC2 having the first portion is same. Okay. Okay, first portion is network portion. Okay, and network portion is same. Okay, and of course a small change is enough. So obviously host portion is different, not required complete different like my previous example, like that example. A small one is also different. Okay, so host portion is different. So they can, so yes, they can communicate. So always compare the IP addresses. If two pieces are not communicating each other, okay. So one of the reason is IP address may different. IP address may different. IP address may different means network portion is maybe different. So we'll take another examples. Just for one example, I have written a explanation, but we'll see other examples also. Like again, PC1, 150 dot 23 dot 12 dot 11. PC2, 150 dot 23 dot 12 dot 12. These two pieces can communicate each other. Yes, very good. Then how? Which class it is? Class B. So network portion. First two are network portions. First two are network portion. 150, 150, same, very good. Here it is 23 and 23, same. Then both can able to communicate each other. And next one is we have to check the host. 12, 12, 11, 12. Okay, no problem. 11, 12 is there. Then it is no conflict, no conflict, and both can communicate each other. Both are not same IP address, but both are in a same network. Okay. PC3, 151.23, 12, 13. Can communicate each other or not? No. Okay. Krishna said no. Pawar said no. Ravi said no. Very good. Then why? It is a class B. The first portion here it is 150. This is also 150. But here it is 152. First only we got a difference. The network portion is different network portion. Obviously, we can't able to communicate each other. Can't able to communicate each other. Okay. So no need to look at host portion. Again, 150, 22, 12, 14. Now tell me. Tell me. So 150 is good. But what about the second portion? Class B, different network portion in second octet. MS Word. See, can't control it. In a second octet, different network portion. A small exercise, same thing, same scenario, not a different thing, same only. For example, you have a four computers. You configured four computers like this. Now you find PC1 and PC2 are communicating each other. PC3, PC4 is not communicating to anyone. PC3 is not communicating to PC1, PC2, PC4. PC4 is not communicating to PC3, PC2, PC1. Then what you will do? You assign IP addresses to four PCs like this. They are not communicating each other. Then what you will do? Anyone? Any answer? I'm searching for something. Meanwhile, think you need a screen. Then yeah, take it. Look at the screen. Four IP addresses, four computers. This is not working out. Anyone, any suggestions? That is the problem. You have to solve it. Hmm? Tell me. This is a switch. These are computers. Okay. So I'm connecting. So don't worry, you don't require this one. This is a Cisco packet tracer. Just for a you can create your own network. So I'm giving these IP addresses to it. So where is the IP address? The first one. Why no one is telling any answer? So second one for this is this PC. Device is not power on. So I given like this, right? Correct. So these are PCs. So I want to communicate from here to here. I want to communicate from here to here. So this IP address is um, thing like this. I am communicating to next PC. Am I able to communicate? Yes. Same thing. I am trying to communicate other PC from here. Yeah, like this. So no communication. It is waiting. No communication. Request timed out. Okay. I'm trying to. Okay, sorry, sir. This is a mistake. This is the IP address that I configured there. It is also not communicating. It is waiting. It means request timed out. Okay. So tell me a solution. I assigned like that. Which is not a role, but I assigned like that. So why I assigned? By mistake. Okay. By mistake, I assigned like that. This is why no one is talking. Do you understand the question or not? Why? Any idea, guys? There is a no right answer, no wrong answer. Right answer is there, then it is good. If it is a wrong answer, it is also okay. If you don't start communicate, then it is a really top. Very good. Yeah, through router. Very good. We can use something like called a router. So there is a router here. So we can use a router here. So then we can able to communicate from, this is one network, this is separate network, separate network. We can use a router. Router is actually interconnecting device. So we to communicate different logical addresses. When you are having a different logical network, so logical topologies, so we use router to communicate between them. Very good. Any other ideas? Okay. Any other ideas? But for a one computer, I no need to buy a router for that one, right? One computer, two RAM computer. Then I have to buy a router for that one. It is cost effective. What I done? Why I giving like that? Because by mistake. So what to do? Any other router? One good one. Next. No idea? Are you not getting any idea? Don't know is a different thing. No one knows anything. Not required to know everything. Just we can give. So you can use the VPN to change IP address. Very good. Okay. Switch to same network. Very good. So which network? Logical network or it's already in physical network. Very good. Switch to same network. Same network. But all are already there are in the same network. Tell like you have to open up. You know, people are always very good using communication protocol. Okay. Good. Keep coming. TCP. Anything. Just very good. TCP. Internally we know a lot of ideas, so we are suppressing our ideas by in our academies, but at least now you can open up. So I will give you an idea. So what I type here, tell me an answer, right? Is a correctly I've written or a wrongly I've written? Hmm. Very good. Samir C, not A, it is an. Very good. So what to do? Okay, what to do? It's still there is a mistake. You find the mistake and what to do? Yes, answer. Very good. So ANSWER, that is the one. But I've written in different way. What to do? You're telling the mistake. Yes, correct it or replace it. ANSWR. You have to change it. Yes. It's we done a mistake. Already I told. By mistake I written like this. IP address assigned like this, and I am unable to communicate. Okay. So what I have to do? Simply change it. Change it to normalize. So I'm going to here, find it. Where is the mistake? Okay, only first portion is a mistake. So I'm changing it to 150. Host person is different already. It is different, no problem. So now it is in the same. Now again I'm going to the another one. Here it is. Column is here, so I'm correcting it from 22 to 23. Host person is already different, so no need to worry about it. Again I'm going to my first PC. You can go to any PC, and I'm try to communicate 150 that 23 12 13, my third PC, right? So yes, I'm communicating to 13, and try to communicate to my 14. I'm communicating. So what to do? Very simple thing is just correct it. Make sure IP addresses should be the same network. So I replaced or I corrected it like this: 150, 23, 12, 13, because I'm following one network series. Okay, lot of people when we are practicing on one, you know, not only IP address part, even a programming also, people are not written any logic on their paper, or even you don't require a paper, on a notepad or a word pad, just open it and write what is your actual logic and what do you want to implement. Instead of that one, you simply typing a commands, or simply writing a script, or simply putting an IP addresses into the machines or devices. We don't understand anything. Just you have to configure, you have to create an our own idea. Very good. Guys, now understand this one. So what is the easiest solution? Understood or not? Hmm. No one is telling anything. Okay, we'll continue. Okay, clear? Very good. Okay. Identification of IP address, which class it is. Next is if you have a two or more IP addresses, or there are in same network or not. If there are not in the same network, why not? Why there are not in the same network? If physically in the same network, so then you have to correct it, because of we are after all human beings. So what is our reason for everything? People do mistakes, right? We do mistakes. We are, after all, you are human beings. We do mistakes, so we have to correct it if you can able to do it. Otherwise, say sorry. That's it. Nothing more. Okay. Very good. Next one is I will tell one small thing. Is like I will take one class C IP address. Okay. So for example, 200 dot 100 dot 20 dot 0. This is a class C and IP address, single IP address. Okay. Range of this IP address is generally like this: 200 dot 100 dot 20 dot 1. This is the starting IP address, and it is will be continue. Okay, will be continue. So something is mistake here. It is very dangerous mistake like this. Okay, so it continues to till without changing any first part. Okay, 254, then 200 dot 100 dot 20 dot 255 is a last IP address. So when you reach this one, automatically this IP is changed to like this. No, 21 like this. So obviously, this is entirely one network, and this is another network. Okay, so this is a different network. So you can put like the no division. Very good. Okay, if you see here, it is this is completely one network, and this is the separate network. Automatically, network portion is changed at here. Why? Because of after this is the next number. If you see from here to here in this complete portion, the first three portions are constant. First three portions are constant, right? First three portions are constant. Once we reach 255, so automatically it changes occur at a third octet. Here it is 21. 20 become 21. Again it will continue. Again it will continue. Again it reaches 255. It become 22.0 like this. So this is called a one single network. This is called a logical network. The first one is we don't use it for anything. Okay, so first one we call it as a network ID. First one, the first one is we call it as a network ID. So the first IP address in the network with the dot zero, that is a network ID. First one in the network is called a network ID. The last one where the network is changed to another network. So the last one means that 255 thing we call it as a broadcast ID. Okay, it's called a broadcast ID. In communications, for a device, we don't assign network ID and broadcast ID. This is another rule. Okay, we don't assign network ID and broadcast ID. Something I'm typing, it is typing in different way. Okay, so we don't assign network ID and broadcast ID to devices. We assign IP address, not a network ID and broadcast ID. Network ID is for identify your network. Are you in the same network or a different network? Like we written some IP address there, right? So earlier example. So why there are won't communicate each other? Both are in the same class, but they don't communicate each other. Why they don't communicate each other? Because of their network ID is different. Okay, how to find network ID, we'll see that one. But here now we'll see it is what is the network ID and what is the broadcast ID. So if network ID is different from one device IP address to another device IP, so if network ID is different, both won't communicate each other. Okay, we learn direct quickly, but it's a standard statement is network ID and broadcast ID. We don't assign to the devices. Network IDs are used to identify which network you are belongs to it. Which network you are belongs to it. The next IP address in the network, we call it as a first valid host address. It means you can assign to PCs. Okay, the first one from from dot one to dot one dot two dot three dot four. Okay, we can start assigning to PCs. Okay, we can communicate with that IP addresses. Okay, so network id, broadcast id, we don't directly communicate, but 1234 is the next ip addresses are a valid, means we can able to assign, and as well as we are communicating with that ip addresses. This is the last valid host address or ip address in the network. In this network only, guys, again, one second, I don't know who's calling me. Hello. Okay, so this is the one network. The first one is network ID, last one is broadcast ID. In between network ID and broadcast ID, the IP addresses we can assign to the devices, and as well as we are use IP address for communication purpose. Okay, first one is network and broadcast. What is the purpose of broadcast ID? Within this network, I want to broadcast a message. For example, I open my packet tracer, here it is. For example, pc0 want to broadcast a message, where it is, this is want to do broadcasting within the network only, broadcasting within the network ip, not all the connected devices, within the network only, within the logical network only I want to do broadcasting. Within the logical network only I want to do broadcasting. Then I use my destination ip address. Okay, destination ip address is that dot 255 thing. Okay, it means what are the first three octets, it is your network, like 200 dot, for example, here if you take 150 23 is a network portion. So here it is 150 23 is a network portion because class B, and the last IP in this network is this one, which is a broadcast ID in this network. Okay, so this is a network portion, all becomes once, it means this is our broadcast ID in the network. So I use this IP address to send a message to everyone, send a message to everyone within my network only. Compulsory 150.23 should be there, but what are the remaining host portion, they will get an IP address. So they will get a message. Sorry, okay, they will get a message. So that is a broadcast ID. So last of IP network range is your broadcast ID. So this is also we don't assign to any device. Okay. So to identify which network you are belongs to, it is tell by your network ID, and to communicate within the network, like broadcast the message within your network only, within your logical network only, we use a broadcast ID. Okay. Remaining between the network ID and broadcast ID, the IP address we call it as a valid host addresses. So we can assign these IP addresses to a device. Okay, we can assign these IP addresses to a device, and we are communicating with that IP addresses only. Okay, guys, understood this point? Clear? Network ID, broadcast ID, first valid host, last valid host, like that. I choose class C for easy explanation. You can take class B and also you can write all the IP addresses, find out which is the first one and last one also. If you take this example 150, that one, so I take 150 23 0.0 is my network ID. This is actually network ID. Okay, so the valid is 150 23 0.1. This is the first, first valid host. Okay, so it will keep going, right? 150.23.0.2. Okay, it keep going. So 150.23 dot 0 dot 255. So it will keep going. Okay, page is changed. So 150.23 1.0. But network portion is not changing. It is a class B. You have to concentrate on first one and second one only. Third and fourth will changes. So it will keep changes. Okay, till, yes, very good, correct, Ravi. Okay, so this is the broadcast ID. This is my broadcast ID, and this is my last valid IP address or host address. Any name you can put it. Okay, so like this. Okay, this is the complete range of this IP address. It started with 0.0 and going up to here. So if in case instead of 12 or something, I can use different thing also. So what is this? Instead of this 12, I use different thing. No problem. 0, 120. Okay, I changed my host version in different way. I'm not following any sequence now. Okay, so from here, see, it's a 12.11, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ping from here. So I'm pinging to 0.120. Is it communicate? It communicating. Why? Because both are in same network. When you see the sequencing number like this, we think it is everything is good. It does not mean like that. It is, you have to compulsory check host portion and network portion separately. Okay, so entire one, the host portion is changing and network portion is a constant one. And I'm writing 150.24.0.0. The network portion is changed. So when you are network portion change means obviously you went to another network. Obviously you went to another network. So this is your IP addresses. Okay. If you are comparing range, the host range 0 to 255, 1 to 254. 254 valid hosts we are getting from this network. But if you take it from here, 0 to, no, not 0 to 0.02, 255.255 is the total range. 0.1 is a starting range, and 255.254 is the end range. So you have to calculate how many numbers are there. Okay, so you have to write everything and calculate. Not required, of course, but just I'm telling normally. It's a 255 into 254. Like that we have to calculate, not you have to add a 250 for into 254 into 256. So if you want to really calculate, I will show you the calculation, direct calculation I will tell. So if you want to calculate like this, how many hosts in the a single network, you have to calculate like that. Okay, so this is totally 0 to 255, 256 is 256 is a range. Minus 2 means one network id, one broadcast id. If you minus 254 is the range. Okay, like that. So understood. Network portion, host, network ID, broadcast ID, network ID, and broadcast ID. So, guys, understand network is constant and host is a different one. Network is constant and host is a different one. Next, yeah, two more points to close. Okay, um, so again we'll see by 2:30 is the next section will start at 2:30. So everybody join by 2:45, not 3 o'clock. Okay, 2:45. Okay, so I will open by 2:15 maximum. I will open the portal by 2:15. Start joining and 2:45. Any changes are there, so we will inform whether we are continue the class or maybe we disconnect for today. Okay, in afternoon means after 2:30 I will inform. Okay, but class is at next class is I'm not don't disconnect now, so I'm continuing. Just I need a 5-10 minutes, then we'll disconnect. Again, next class is 2:30. It means start logging from 2:30. I will start at 2:45. Okay. Any late maximum 3. Any late from my side it is maximum 3. Try to be log in and ready by 2:45. Any questions you want to communicate with others also you can communicate, right? Any questions you can ask others or me, we can start doing that one. General discussion will give you good knowledge, guys, always. Not a stick into the one textbooks or kind of stuff. We are not going to textbook. When you are free, better to discuss, you will get a very catchy. Easily you can remember. Okay. This is my class A, class B, class C range. Okay. Now the question is we have a network and host, network ID, host portion, host ID. Okay, we understand, but how computer can understand? Computer or a device. Device means anything like a router or maybe it can be a anything. So many things we are using now, including this is my Alexa, that is my Kindle book, my mobile phone. These are all devices only. Computer means not only a computer. Okay, how computer or a device understand network ID. So because they are communicating, right? I'm not communicating with IP address. I said just to send a message to some PC. Both PC should be in a same network. Same network means same network ID. What is the rule? For example, you have a PC1, send a message to PC2. PC1, send a message to PC2. What is the thing required? Both should be in same network. Means I'm talking in a logical way. Physical also they should a network. So direct way. Okay. So in a LAN. Okay. Both should be in a same network, same logical network. Okay. Both should be in a same network. If both should be in a same network, means network ID must be same. So this is very simple thing. Okay. Simple single statement. Three parts of single statement it is. PC1 send a message to PC2. Both should be in a same network. Both PCs should be in the same network. Same network means logically same network. It meaning is same network ID. But how system will verify the network ID? How it will verify my network ID? How it will verify my I received a message. So then how I verify that network ID when I sending, how I verify the network ID. So how it will be verified. So it use subnet mask. Okay, it use subnet mask for that one. It uses subnet mask to calculate your network ID. So subnet mask will tell you what is your network ID. Okay, good. To calculate your network ID. It will divide your network portion and host portion. It will tell you what is your network ID. So it will tell you what is your network ID. So in calculations, in calculations, so use AND gate operation. Okay, we use AND gate operations. Okay. Next one. So only simple thing is, so we have a default gateways based on the classes. So we have a default gateways based on the classes. Sorry, default subnet mask. My mind is on this time, right? So we have a default subnet mask for each class. But we don't have a subnet mask for all classes, only class A, class B, class C only, unicast addresses only. Okay, so we have a default subnet mask for each class. Okay, so which represent automatically, we no need to think about which subnet mask we have to use it. By default, you will get a subnet mask. Okay, so we have, based on your class, we have a subnet mask is a default subnet mask is there. Okay, so what is the default subnet mask for each class? So default subnet mask each class, like this. So if you are observe, wherever the n means the network portion is there, there it is 255, and wherever the host is there, it contains 0. Okay, so if you understand, so this is the your default subnet mask. So one more point I will tell, and then I will leave. Okay, so if you see in a class C, from class C, only one single H is there. H means host portion. Host portion represent by zeros. Host portion represented by zeros. So how many zeros? How many zeros in a one octet? How many bits in one octet? How many bits in one octet? 8. Very good. One octet, 8. How many host portions in a class C? Only one host portion is there. Only one host portion is there. So we have to write like this: 2 to the power of 8 is 2 to the power of 8 is 256, of course, minus 2. We are doing this minus 2. Why? Because of one network ID, one broadcast ID in any given network. So if you take a network here, so class C I'm taking here example. Okay, so this is total range. So only changes occur host from 0 to 255. Okay, it means 0 means 8 zeros, 250 means 8 ones. So that is the total size, right? So this is totally 256 IP addresses, but we don't use network ID and broadcast ID. So valid host range, to get a valid host range, always do minus 2. So it's a 254. So otherwise you can write 256 minus 2. Also you can write for more clarity if you want. You can write like this. Next, class B. How many network portions are there in a class B? How many network portions are there? Very good. Two network portions, two host portions are there. Two network portions, two host portions are there. Each host means 8, right? Each octet is 8. 2h means how many host bits? 16 bits. H plus h. 8 plus 8, 16. 8 plus 8, 16 minus 2. It is around 65,000 356 as I remember. Otherwise we can calculate directly, so no problem. So 2 to the power of 16. Yeah, sorry, I am mistake, my mistake it is. So let's see. Yeah, so I remember thing. Okay, but I did mistake. So this is after minus 2. So these many hosts will get it in a single network. For example, to 150.23 I took it. Starting with a 00. Network ID we don't use this. So then 0.1, then 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, like that. It keep going 255.255. So the total size, of course, 255, 255 broadcast, we don't use it. So 255.254. The total IP address in a single class B network is 65,534. Now the big number will come. Okay, class A. What is class A? Class A, how many host portions are there? How many host portions are there? 3 host portions. So each portion is 8 bits. 3 into 8, 24. Very good. And minus 2. Okay. If you do minus 2 or not, that is nothing. Okay. So you have to calculate like 2 to the power of 24. This is the number. So in a yes, for Americans, that is a number is you have to write 16 million 777,216 minus 2. So again we have to put a 4 here. So these many IP addresses in a single class A IP address. Very good, Isaka. Good. Okay. So in a single class A, you will get these many IP addresses. Okay. So how to calculate subnet and subnet mask. The use of subnetting means, so how to divide a single network into multiple networks. We'll see that one in afternoon. Now it is already 1:15, 1:16 already. So then I'm going to close this one. Okay. When I started this one, so morning almost like a 1 hour, I explained theoretically. Guys, how is the thing? Like, do you understand something, or I completely damage your brain? So anything you can tell me. Understood? Not damaged. 50-50. Good. Crackjack.